Good
Good
morning.
morning.
I wanted to beat you to it.
How's everybody doing?
At the same time. How could you do this to me?
We have Allison said good morning like 2 times before we actually were on.
I was working on it.
It's good. You're ready to go. How's everybody doing? We got a lot of people. I saw you were all having your own conversation, and that's not allowed. Pay attention to us. Here we are. Whatever ethereal forces govern life have clearly put a lot of effort into nerfing you multiple times.
I could be so powerful, but my legs hurt and I'm poor, or I could take over the world. You want to do the smelly stuff?
Yeah, let's sniff some perfume.
I'm picking a random scent, and I'm going to confirm what it is, and then Kyle's going to smell it. He's going to describe to you what it is without using scent descriptors.
So another fun Kyle fact, I don't have a good face. It doesn't work. I can't see color and I can't smell things. So...
True.
So I'm going to attempt to smell this, and so what you said I can't...
You can't use smell descriptors.
So I can't just say like...
You can't smell...
I can't just say like sweet or spicy or whatever. Like,
no,
it just
you
has
have
to,
to
like,
describe it as like a moment
like
or
a
person
memory.
or some sort of vague, and then we're going to see if we can guess what it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Do
smell
you
it first.
taste okay? Probably not, because I don't smell okay, and they're apparently connected.
Salt?
This smell,
That's a natural
which you would obviously want to mix into perfumes for your body, is cement.
Oh. What?
Which, like, good job, honestly.
Oh my god, I smell it now. What the fuck? This is for men. When you make men perfumes.
When you want to,
Men
smell like
perfumes.
the street.
Has the man smells of cement and milk.
My usual go-to example of how good Allison can smell is that in our old house, she was in the shower upstairs, and I was in the kitchen downstairs.
Real men smell like cement and soup.
For anyone in the future watching it without access to the chat, Princep said, real men smell like cement and semen. Which might be in here, honestly. I don't know. I haven't looked at all of them yet.
No, they don't.
Get out.
And then Autumn's like, what? This is why I like doing this show. We're not even the funny ones.
That's true.
I'm just gonna say that
This will
they...
be one of our jokes that can't leave the house, like the old bonkin rape.
How could you say that? We can't even explain it.
Yeah, we can.
We can actually. That one's a little bit more explainable.
This is a Thomas joke. At one point,
I don't think you can say
remember.
that word on YouTube.
We were just. It's not technically on YouTube. It's on
think
Patreon.
I said it already.
What? Oh no. We were having a conversation with Thomas at some point, and I don't remember why, but for some reason Thomas described an event, like I think we were talking about like how unlikely it was for actual like rape assault to be like, you know, someone jumping out of the bushes and like grabbing you and stuff. And Thomas was like, yeah, when I was a kid I always thought, you know, someone just would like run up and like bonk you and then rape you. And then we were just cracking up because, like, who puts bonk and rape in the same sentence?
People are watching this at work. They can't hear these things. No, that is exactly what the story is. Thomas did describe it.
That is not the name of this episode.
Thomas.
Back to our ask, why do we have these perfumes to begin with? Allison got given this kit by a friend's parent,
Soap
I
maker.
think,
She was a
recently.
soap maker, and she gave them to me because I
think you were, I don't know, one of your hobbies, you were interested in doing something with...
do have the ADHD hobbies where I try something for about 2 weeks and I get mad that I'm not brilliant at it.
A phase coincided with her trying to get rid of this.
I love whatever this is. So this is has like, I can tell you all the notes. It's floral with like a menthol-y kind of thing.
Yes. That's a good one.
A little bit of sweet, like the strawberry-y one.
You are describing it very well.
Alright, what is it?
It's tobacco.
Oh! Oh my god, yeah, it is tobacco.
Which I do not recognize the smell of, so I wasn't sure if it was accurate.
I think if you have an affiliation to Kyle, like if you just feel drawn to Kyle, and you can't super explain
If
it.
you like my work, check and see if you have autism.
Call Call up your doctor. See
Don't
if
do
you
that.
have the tism.
Don't do that. They won't give you a good answer.
No, just Google it. I'm pro self-diagnosis because again, the system sucks.
Doctors are terrible.
Tactics Lion says, hearing about Allison's mom, I am beginning to understand Allison now. Yeah.
Yep.
I actually, if you hear about anyone's parent, it all kind of starts to build a person that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah, you
I think it's better.
I do too. You meet someone's parents and you're like,
Yeah, which can kind of feel bad if you're that person, but I actually prefer it because I don't like people being confused on me.
Yeah.
So if they can, like, build me into, like, a perception, I feel better about it anyway. So, like, yeah, you're seeing it. I'm a perfect product of both my parents.
Yeah. Good morning. It's Friday. Remember all the different energies that we used to start with on different days? No. Were you ever the one bringing the energy first? I can't remember.
Probably not. That doesn't sound right.
I saw the backdoor pointed out that tomorrow is exactly 3 years since our first OK, We're Up.
What? Like the first one we did was tomorrow?
Yep, apparently.
What is tomorrow?
Tomorrow is the 15th of April. Yep, April.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's the first, and then that's when we lived at my mom's and stuff.
That was, yeah, that would have been the first one.
That's crazy.
We started there, didn't we?
That's crazy. I didn't realize we started that soon after COVID hit, because COVID was officially announced March 22nd.
No, I know, yeah. The first 3 weeks of COVID feel equivalent to like
6 months.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 or 3 months, but
no,
like
I thought it was like a long time before I thought we were like in it for a long time before we started this because we were so desolate and sad.
Right.
Wow, you and I are pathetic. Couldn't make it like, what, a month before we were like, oh, we gotta do something with our lives.
Okay, everybody was pathetic at that time. I remember people going like, it's already been 2 weeks. I gotta keep wearing a mask places.
How illegal is it to advocate for the murder
the entire
of famous
royal
people
family
on YouTube?
Well, illegal, I think. Probably. It is against their terms of service.
Then I'm not advocating for it. Anyway, I told him that for 7 years that I thought he was autistic. Then he reads one book, and he's like,
no, it was your...
I might be autistic.
It was entirely your suggestion that led up to that, though. Like, I mean, I eased into that before I then decided to start looking into it and researching.
You read the book and you still fought.
I only read the book when I was like, okay, so how do I... can I be doing things better then? Right?
There was also too many, like, obvious hints. Like I get compared to Sheldon Cooper a lot. It's like... That's funny. I don't.
So mad.
Thomas doesn't. No one else I know does. That's crazy. Also, no, he's awful. But when you're neurotypical, when you are removed from that spectrum, sometimes it's hard to tell. Sometimes the only thing you can tell is that some people are different that way. Yeah. Meaning you're not anything like Sheldon Cooper, but for someone who's not there, it's like...
I'm more in that category than I'm not, so that's just, they
can see the comparisons that they would obviously not be in, so it's like... It's a rude comparison,
but no one ever has meant it as one, so I try to give them a pass.
No, every neurotypical person loves Sheldon. Autumn asks how many pairs of glasses I own. Just the ones on my face and the ones that fit over the ones on my face. These are comically ridiculous. These are stupid glasses. I bought them because it's sunny in Texas, and I can't afford $400 sunglasses, prescription sunglasses, so I had to get $20 ones that fit. They're made to fit over. They have a little ledge to fit on top of your glasses, so that I can look like everyone's mom.
I think they look good.
Shut up. Shut up.
But more importantly, I'm making this really cool VFX shot. Who wants to see? It's a really awesome VFX shot that I've got going on. It's this whole thing. It's very simple. There's not a whole lot to it, but I just rendered one last night, so I've been obsessively rewatching it over and over again while I wait for Allison to get out of bed. It's It's VFX. Look at that. It's a thing. What is it? A carriage.
Those horses are so realistic.
Horses are so. I love the physics are fantastic though. I really like the way that they're just kind of like bouncing. Oh shit. Sorry. All right. Anyway, this weekend was a mess, and so are we. Welcome, Allison. How you doing?
Hi. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. The whole place is really interesting because it's kind of like the mall. Everyone like realized, like there was a memo at some point that was like, hey, the mall's shutting down, so all the stores left. But then it just didn't. It just stayed on, and the janitors kept cleaning, and like 2 people stayed in the food court restaurants, and like a few of the original stores stayed, and then eventually other people realized that
liminal.
It was still there.
It's like a liminal
It's like a liminal space kind of thing,
yeah.
Other people realized it was there and then started moving into this like old husk of a building. So now some of the stores have been turned into like permanent like Comic-Con booths almost, where people have set up these like fake walls and have like 30 tiny shops inside one of the big shops. And then there's like this whole section that's turned into a medical facility where doctors have moved into different things. It's bizarre. And it's usually pretty empty, so we were gonna go take photos of it. We get there.
I love empty malls. They're one of my favorite places in the entire world. Like, I wish there were more empty malls, and I want to move to a place where there's more empty stuff, because I am obsessed with that really sad feeling that liminal spaces give me.
The crazy thing is, I'm not sure you could find a better city for empty malls than San Antonio, because that's where we discovered that we liked them.
Yeah.
But we get there, and they're actually, they're, on this day, hosting the world's smallest Comic-Con in the mall, like in the main plaza of the mall, making it very much not empty. And it is, on top of it being just like, wow, of course, we drove all the way here and this is what's, and the mall's not even empty. It was also just, that was a sight to behold, because it was just like a few of the people that like buy and resell pop figurines, and then like 5 voice actors from the 80s that I did not recognize, and that I'm not sure anybody would recognize because they had like 1 character on their banners that they did. And it was like, it was kind of sad. Like it was the kind of sad where I was like, I wouldn't do this. Like if somebody invited me to come be at a booth for Door Monster or something.
Well, yeah.
It's just a guy. She's like freaking out with this person, and it was just funny. It was just, I assume he was a voice actor for something. I think they were all from like old 80s cartoons, so they were all like kind of older.
I was gonna look up the event that it was. It was like, it was called like Welcome Back to the 80s or Retro something.
Yeah, something like that.
It's called...
I was texting Allison about this while eating breakfast, and she was like, you know, you're probably more famous than the people who are here to sign autographs. And I was like, fuck, I gotta get out of here.
That's absolutely true. It's called I Want My 80s Edition, or I Want My Retro 80s Edition was the event.
Right.
And then you can't look up any...
There's no info.
Nope.
And then after the lady got the autograph and caused a whole scene while people were trying to eat their breakfast, this other guy came up and just started talking the dude's ear off, and I was like, man, I really must suck to be just like a little bit famous.
That's
because
what you are.
Just
You're
enough.
A little bit You're probably not
people
famous
don't
enough.
notice me for some reason. I don't know why they noticed him. Probably because they were there to see him, so they were expecting him to be there.
Right.
But yeah, it's just enough for like people to like not leave you alone sometimes, but not enough to like have a full-time bodyguard. So like there's some weird in-between famous space that I do not feel like I'm in any way.
Wait, was the old Mexican dude Eric Estrada?
Eric Estrada? Maybe? I don't know.
Wait.
Who is Eric Estrada?
He was kind of popular.
Plot twist, it's a guy that's actually important, and I just don't know who he is.
I do know who he is, actually. Oh, yeah. They were the headliners, Larry Wilcox and Eric Estrada. They were big, I mean...
It was that guy. Who is Eric Estrada?
You don't know who that is?
Is the twist on the story that he actually was an important
Mexican
guy?
man.
Yeah. Am I wrong about his...
Yeah, he was kind of a big deal.
What did he do?
He was an actor. I think he's a singer, too, right? And is he a host? Is that his, like, big claim to fame, actually?
I have no idea. It's this guy. I don't know anybody else know who the fuck this guy is? Am I crazy for not knowing who this is?
No, you're not crazy, but...
The name sounds familiar, actually, so I don't know.
He does look like almost everyone in San Antonio, but...
Yeah. Like,
he's
I
actually...
just saw him at a table. I don't know.
No, he's way more famous than you, at the very least.
Okay, well, that's good. That at least justifies
Let me go back to it. Did you open his wiki? Is this his wiki?
This is Wikipedia, yeah.
Yeah, what do I know him from? Okay.
I know him from My Name is Earl.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy, I have no idea who that is. That feels about right.
Yeah, I mean, I do know who he is. I wish I had, like, more of a...
When we were at the thing, the only person I recognized purely by...
These are all his movies, by the way.
That's a big list of movies.
And television.
That's a big-ass list of TV shows, too.
He did, like, from what I understand, he did, like, a few big shows in the 80s and then, like, stayed relevant with little bit parts and stuff. But he's not nobody.
Apparently not. Whoops. Puerto Rican, by the way, not Mexican. I apologize.
Oh, no.
My favorite thing written about Kirby, though, is that he is shaped like a friend.
Oh.
This is the cutest description I've heard of anything.
Why don't we describe fat people like that? What the fuck? There are so many nicer ways.
Friend-shaped. I like that. I like this. This is our new official slang for... Okay, we're up slang for fat is friend-shaped.
I much prefer that. He says, as a fat person, I think I prefer fat. I don't find it offensive, but I find friend-shaped to be condescending. Yeah. It's a little condescending. Okay, if we have to call fat people friend-shaped, we have to think of the antithesis for thin. So thin is villain shaped. Waluigi ass shaped.
That's a bit biased. Maybe in the other direction than usual, but
now we're missing squiggles.
We're still doing the original one. No one's shaped like a squiggle.
Actually, I had a friend who I thought was shaped very much like a piece of bacon growing up. Because she was kind of like... No, that was so dramatic. She sort of had like this going on.
Okay, no one can see that.
Well, now it's graphic.
Allison.
It was to specify where the squiggles were.
It just looks mean, is all.
Oh, she was incredibly beautiful. Actually, every man was like obsessed with her.
Allison's type. This is going in the thumbnail.
That's actually kind of how I draw women. Like, that's kind of how I draw girlies now. She was really pretty. A lot of boys loved her.
Elaborate. Scoliosis shaped. Oh no. I feel like this is one of those episodes that's going to be quoted back to us later, and we're not going to remember a thing.
You mean like lamps have a little bit of sex appeal?
Yes.
I didn't know I said that, actually. Did I say that? Did I say those words? Did you have difficulty staying within the lines when you were coloring as a child? Did you color as a child?
I don't know.
Nobody pays Germans for art. This is my...
That's an interesting assessment.
This is my assessment.
Then we have interchange.
Yeah.
Interchange is $300 million. And is the most expensive one on this list. So that one actually should go first. But other than that, all the rest are correct. This last one, Blumengarten, is only $87 million. The modest price of $87 million.
No one pays Germans for art.
No one pays Germans for art.
I've never been able to shake this fucking orange-ass bitch. I'm so offended by that, and it has been in my top 3 since I was like 18.
That's an incredibly high concentration of manic pixie dream girls.
That's what we said.
Yeah, no, we noticed.
Matt, who is Maxwell Klinger? I'm sorry. For some reason those are attached. Who is Maxwell? Also, Kramer?
Kramer's rough.
Like, in between all of the Manic Pixies, I have just, like, the most off-the-wall, obscure white dudes.
Yeah.
Maxwell Klinger is a Manic Pixie Dream Corps.
So I have my results for Allison, because I thought that would be the most fun to do now, right? Because that was Allison's perception of herself.
Yeah.
This is me doing it for how I think about Allison. I've loaded up the actual page this time, not just a screenshot.
This is
for
flattering.
me, I got an 84% match of Wanda Maximoff from the
also
MCU. Also
feels like a natural progression of getting Daenerys Targaryen before.
Yeah.
Something.
Strangely,
I'm certainly getting older.
A little bit softer. Like
it's aging.
A little bit older.
I've gone from like 20.
A little bit scarier at the same time.
Yeah, 20 and reckless to more calm, but in fact, much more powerful than I used
yeah,
to.
Way more
Oh yeah, this is the one I did for you, like how I see you.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
This one's already loaded up. So Allison, for me, her number one was the Inception character.
The hot chick from Inception.
The hot chick from Inception.
This is perfect.
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense actually.
The hard thing about doing yours is you're so like middle of the line. You are so neutral in all of the categories, except for you lean a little bit to the best side on all of them.
Yeah.
So
if I could do, if this job existed, it would be my job.
I know, and you would act like her.
It's what I try to do in Blender. Like, if I could, like God, create worlds inside people's dreams,
this is the most
100% what I'd be doing.
This is the most perfect thing. This is the most perfect answer that could ever exist. You even kind of look like her. It's perfect.
Actually, yeah. It's not too far off.
You are this person to me 100%, and she was the best part of Inception, so.
I appreciate that.